come to question number 8, chapter 8, unsolved questions. Chapter 8, question number 8, unsolved questions. The following is the schedule of balance sheet extracted from the books of Sri Gavaskar. Can somebody tell me the page number in your books? My book's page number and your book page number is different. Page 176. The following is the schedule of balances extracted from the books of Sri Gavaskar, who carries the business under the name and style of Messrs. Gavaskar, Vishwanath and Company at Bombay. The trial balance is totaling at 472,200. 472,200. Please, all of you go through this question. Go through at least the adjustment entries. 8 adjustment entries are given below the question. Go through all those 8 adjustment entries once. Then we will start doing the question. Have you gone through it? Shall we start doing the question? Is the Excel visible to everyone? Is the Excel visible to everyone? Is my voice audible to everyone? I am not receiving any response from your side. Okay. Let's start with the first item in the trial balance. Cash in hand. Cash in hand is a current asset, so it will come in the balance sheet. Cash in hand 1400. Excel is right here in front of me. Cash at bank 2600. What is shown in the credit side? Cash in hand is shown in the credit side in your book? Is it? Move it to the debit side. That's a printing mistake actually. If cash in hand is shown in the credit side, move it to the debit side. That's a printing mistake. Cash at bank 2600. Sundry debtors. Debtors again the part of the assets. Balance sheet 86,000. Next item is stock as on 1/4, that is the opening stock. Opening stock I will take in the trading. To opening stock 62,000. Furniture and fixtures. Furniture and fixture is the fixed asset. It is a part of the balance sheet. Furniture and fixture in the balance sheet. Asset side 21,400. Office equipment again the part of the fixed asset. Balance sheet asset side 16,000. Buildings balance sheet asset side 60,000. Car asset side 20,000. Sundry creditors part of balance sheet liabilities. Liability side 20,000. Loan from Vishwanath again the liability side. Reserve for bad debts. Mark this item. Mark this item. This item I will take in last. I will deal with this item along with the adjustment. Then purchases. Purchases the part of the trading. Purchase 140. Then next item is purchase return. I will show purchases less purchase returns. So minus purchase return from here 2600. Sales 230. Buy sales. Then next item is sales return. I will show sales less returns minus 4200. Salaries expense that will go to the PL 11,000. Next is rent for godown. Again the expense PL rent. Interest on loan from Vishwanath. Again the expense PL. Rates and taxes. Again the expense PL. Discount allowed to debtors. Again the expense PL 2400. Discount received from creditors. This is the expense. This will go in the credit side by discount received from creditors. Freight on purchases, that is carriage inward part of the trading account. Carriage outward, again the expense, the part of the PL. 2000. Drawings. Drawings would be deducted from capital. So I think there would be several items to be deducted from capital. So let's make a working note for here. Drawings is here deducted. So I will show them by a minus sign, minus 12,000. Printing and stationery, again the expense, PL. $1,800. Electric charges, again the expense, PL. 2,200. Insurance premium, again the expense, PL. General office expenses, again the expense. Bad debts, expense. Bank charges, expense. Car expenses, expense. Capital account, that will come in the working note for capital. So I have exhausted the trial balance. I have exhausted the trial balance. Any doubts related to the trial balance? Okay, let's start with the adjustment entries. The first adjustment is related to depreciation. They have asked for building used for business has to be depreciated by 5%. Okay, building has to be depreciated by 5%. So we will charge depreciation on building 5%. The value of building is 60,000. 5% of 60,000. That will come out to 3,000. So I have made here a separate working note for depreciation. Rather than putting so many line entries in the PL that will clutter the PL, I can make the working note for depreciation here. Then I will post the consolidated amount in the PL. So depreciation on building 3,000. Here I will write this, and here I will reduce the amount from the building. 60,000 minus 3,000. So the building is now reduced to 57 and depreciation here is 3. Double entry I have posted. For all the adjustment entries, I will give the double effect. Furniture and fixture has to be depreciated by 10%. One table purchased during the year for rupees 1400 has been sold for the same price, but the sale proceeds were wrongly credited to sales account. Means you have to charge depreciation on furniture and fixture 10%. But they have said that one table which was purchased during the year and it has been sold. Purchased during the year and it has been sold. When purchase was done, it was done correctly. But when it was sold, we have passed the entry. When I say sold the table, I have passed the entry cash debit to sales. Is that a correct entry? Is that a correct entry? No response. What should be the entry then? Does the table route through the sales account? The entry should be cash debit to furniture account. So the entry should be like this: cash debit to furniture. It should be the entry. This aspect is okay. We have done correctly. This is unnecessarily credit. So the rectification entry would be I need to debit it. I will write here sales debit to furniture. Then this effect would be nullified. Right? This is the rectification entry I have to do. Sales was unnecessarily credited, so I need to debit it. So let me reduce it from the sales. It is included right now in the sales, so I will reduce it from here. Then it was supposed to be reduced from furniture, but it is not reduced from furniture. So I will reduce it from here also. Now the effect is cleared. Now the entry is corrected. I hope it is clear with everyone. Any doubt relating to this entry? Table is a part of furniture, so I have taken it from furniture and fixture. Now we can charge 10% depreciation on it. 10% of 20,000 depreciation would be 2,000 here, and 20,000 minus 2,000 again for depreciation. Right? Clear with everyone? Yes, that's what I have done. What is TL? What is T oblique L you are writing? I thought it is table. Let's come to the next entry. No, debit will not be plus here. This is the credit account. So the debit means minus only here. Credit account है, so if I debit means I have to reduce. Next entry, office equipment has to be depreciated by 15%. Purchase of a typewriter during the year for rupees 4,000 has been debited to the purchases account. Now office equipment has to be depreciated by 15%. During the year we have purchased the office equipment, and when we have purchased the office equipment we have passed the entry purchase debit to cash. Should this be entry when we purchase the office equipment? Is that the correct entry? The purchase of office equipment should route through this purchase account? No, the entry for a purchase of office equipment should be office equipment debit to cash, right? But here I have unnecessarily debited my purchase account and I have not at all debited my office equipment account. So the rectifying entry would be office equipment debit to purchases. Office equipment debit to purchases, that would be the rectifying entry, means I have to add this amount of 4,000 to the office equipment. So office equipment is right now at 16,000. I will add 4,000 to it and I will deduct 4,000 from my purchases because it has been unnecessarily inflated. So I have deducted 4,000 here from my purchases. I have added here 4,000 to my office equipment. Right. Now on office equipment I will charge depreciation of 15%. 20,000 into 15%. $3,000 on this, and here I will reduce another 3,000 on account of depreciation. Right. Next adjustment is car has to be depreciated by 20%. Car is standing at 20,000, so the depreciation on this would be 20,000 into 20%, 4,000 would be the depreciation amount, and this would be reduced from the value of the car also, minus 4,000. So we have done with the first adjustment entry, which was relating to depreciation. Any doubt relating to this adjustment? Yes, this solution is there in the folder which I have already sent you. The full FA folder I have sent you. So this Excel is there in that folder. Solved Excel is there in that folder. The folder which I have sent you is the same which is there on my desktop right now. So everything which I will open here is already with you. I don't know. I received the test mail and I sent it. Put me a test mail again, I will send it again. Not to worry. Let's come to the second adjustment. Let's come to the second adjustment, value of the stock, closing stock. The entry would be closing stock debit to trading account. So closing stock debit will come in the balance sheet 44,000 and the credit as packed will go to the trading account. One month rent for the godown is outstanding. 1 month rent is outstanding. The rent here which we have charged is 5,500. It means this is the rent for the period of 11 months. So we can say it is 500 per month. So 1 month is outstanding. That is rent debit to outstanding rent account. Rent debit means I will add 500 here. And outstanding rent will come here as 500. One month salary is outstanding. Salary here which is coming is 11,000, I think, where it is, yes, here. It means 1000 per month. So salary is debit, that is 1000, to outstanding salary 1000. So we have done with the first four adjustments. Any doubt relating to the first four adjustments? We have done with first four adjustments. Do you have any doubts relating to the first four adjustments? Are you able to hear me? Breaking audio. What can I do to my audio? Okay. Let's move to the fifth one. Fifth is interest on loan from Vishnath is payable at 12% per annum. The loan was taken on 1/5. They are saying the interest on loan has been on a per annum basis. Per annum means period of 12 months. And the loan has been taken on 1/5. 1/5 means 1st May. So we are liable to pay the interest for May, June, July, August, September, October, means 11 months interest I have to pay. So the interest which I am supposed to pay is, the loan amount is 30,000, right? And I have to pay the interest at the rate of 12%, 0.12, 12%. It is 11 months. May is also there. 1st May. I have to pay the interest for it is not 10 months, it is 11 months. So I should pay the interest of 3,300, 30,000 into 12% into 11 by 12 for 12 months. So the interest should be 3,300. But what I have paid here is, how much interest we have paid? Here I have paid the interest of 2,700. The interest which is due for this period is 3,300, but I have paid only 2,700. It means 600 is still due to be paid. So I will add here 600 as the outstanding interest, and I will take it to my balance sheet in the current liability, 600 as the outstanding interest. Right? Reserve for bad debts is to be maintained at 5% of sundry debtors. Now they are saying reserve for bad debts has to be maintained at 5% of sundry debtors. My debtors are 86,000. 5% of this would be into 0.05. It means I have to maintain the reserve. They are saying maintain. So it means the total reserves in my book should be 4,300. And if you remember, I have left one item while taking up the trial balance. That one item which I left out was 3,000. Reserve for bad debts. It means 3,000 is the reserve which is already existing in my books. Right? And they are asking me to maintain a reserve. Reserve is a provision that I have to maintain a total provision of 4300. So I say if I have to maintain 4300, 3000 I am already having. So what extra I need to make? This extra I need to make from PL. So this extra I will make from PL, provision for bad debts 1300 from the PL. So the total reserve which is existing for the debtors are 3000 is the old one which is there in my books, and 1300 is the new one which I have made now. It is like this. Clear? Are both adjustments 5 and 6 clear with everyone? Okay. Then next is insurance premium. Seventh adjustment. Insurance premium includes rupees 4000 paid towards the proprietor's LIP. 4000 is paid towards the proprietor's LIP. So the insurance LIP is for the proprietor's life insurance policy. So this is the personal expense of the proprietor which the business has paid. Now if this is the personal expense, this is not a business expense. So it will be treated as the drawings. So it includes 5500 includes the personal expense of the proprietor which I have to reduce from here, and I have to take it here in the drawings LIP 4000. I will put it here. Then next it says that and the balance of insurance cover charges cover from 1/4 to 36. It means the balance of the insurance charges are for a period of 15 months. Balance of insurance charges are for a period of 15 months. So now I'm preparing the PL for 12 months only. So this out of this 300 is not related to the current financial year. So 300 would be taken as the prepaid expense in the balance sheet. I will reduce it from here and I will take it to the assets. Yes. So any doubt with the insurance one? Okay, Vineet is asking something related to provision for bad debts. Vineet, they have asked us, if you go by lines carefully, 6 point, reserve for bad debts is to be maintained at 5% of sundry debtors. They are asking to maintain, means the total reserve to be maintained in your books is to be 4300. Okay, so 5%, 86,000 into 5% is 4300, right? Now if you remember, when I was disposing of the trial balance, I have left out one item. I have left out one item, 3000, reserve for bad debts, right? So it means 3000 is the reserve which is already existing in my books. This reserve I would have made in the previous year and this is coming in my books, right? 4300 total I have to maintain. 3000 is already in their books. So extra I need to make is 1300 only. So I will make the provision for bad debts 1300 from the PL, and the total reserve which is existing for the debtors is 86,000 minus 3000 which is already existing and 1300 which I have created new. So 4300 is maintained. If they have said create a reserve of 5%, create a reserve of 5%, so I would have straightway created 4300. I would have put 4300 in the PL, but they have said maintained. So we have to be careful for the previous one also. Okay. I think seventh point is clear with everyone relating to insurance. Let's come to the eighth point. Half of the building is used for the residential purpose of Sri Gavaskar. Now the building is having building is 57,000 here. It was 60 minus depreciation of 3,000. Right. Now they are saying half is used for the business purpose, half is used for the residential purpose. Half is used for business purpose is okay. But if half is used for the residential purpose, it is the personal use of the owner. It is not a business use. And we are charging depreciation here on the building. So to the total depreciation of 3,000, it means half of the depreciation is the business expense and half of the depreciation should be the owner's expense. Is that right? Are you able to follow me? So it means 3,000 which I have charged here. This should not be charged 3,000. It should be charged 1,500 here. And it should be charged 1,500 in drawings. Building would be depreciated by 3,000 only. But 3,000, 1,500 is the business expense and 1,500 is the expense of the owner. So we have done with all the adjustments. Just take 2 minutes. Go through it. Any doubt relating to any adjustment, then I will start closing this question. Okay, let's close it. First, let's close the working note. Depreciation total. I will put this total here in the PL. What is the doubt relating to depreciation on building? Building, half is the business expense. Total was the depreciation of 3,000. Half is the business expense, 1,500 here and 1,500 here in drawings. In PL, it would be 1,500 only because the business expense is 1,500 only. Half of the expense would be borne by the business and half of the expense would be borne by the owner, because half of the building is used for the business purpose, half of the building is used for the residential purpose. Here depreciation has gone in the PL. Let me total the trading account. PL here, half of the depreciation is here. This is this total here. Total of this working note. If I am charging half of the depreciation, that would only be shown in the PL. Na? Let's close the trading account. So we are getting the GP here, 71,800. I will transfer this GP to the profit and loss account. Here I will make the total for the profit and loss account. And here I will calculate the net profit. Net profit would be the sum of the PL account minus sum of all the items which are appearing here in the expense side, and I will total it. This net profit would be transferred to the partner's capital account, and here I will take the total for the partner's capital account 162,900, and this I will transfer to balance sheet, and now I will total the balance sheet. Balance sheet is tallying. So we are finished with this question. Any doubt relating to any part? See, I believe some of you are not getting the Excel updates real-time basis as I'm speaking. So what I would suggest for the next class is that next class I intend to do cash flows. And for doing such a large question, I am bound to go to Excel. It is not possible for me to write on the whiteboard, because it would be very cluttered. You will not be able to understand. What I would suggest is I will do the cash flows in the next class. There is a separate Excel file for the cash flows in my folder which I have already sent you, and if you have not received me, put me a test mail. So those who are not receiving the real-time update, I will request you to take the printout of that Excel. Take the printout of that Excel, keep it in front of you, so that as and when I am speaking, if you are not getting the real-time update, you can at least see on that printed sheet and you can come with me.